Pimp, my setup episode number 247, recorded live on July 19, 2017. My name is Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly, and that is producer Tom at Thomas Philly. How you doing?
Doing great. A little hot.
A little hot. Yeah, it's about 87 degrees in here. We do have a very, very nice AC unit right behind Tom, but it's very loud. So we, sacrifice.
Taking one for the team.
Taking one for the team, just for you guys. So, yeah, today's episode, I just want to quickly let you know, is kind of a train wreck, kind of a roller coaster. The first setup starts off great, and then we go down. I'm talking like dips from here to there. We're going down, down, down. So just, be ready for that. First set of the day, submitted by Jerome, 17, new setup for gaming, schoolwork, and other stuff. And since watching the show, he has become obsessed with having a clean desk. He actually sent me multiple photos, so if you want to see his setup progression, I'll link all those down below in the description. You can see 2016, 2015, and you guessed it, it goes back even further. So, hey, looking at this setup, though, Tom said it's been on Setup Spotlight. I know that. So if you want to see even more in depth, you can go hop over to that. But, man, at first glance, you could see the dedication to the cable management. What a sexual PC. Look at the subwoofer cable management in the undershot. You could just really get a vibe that this guy is a setup addict for real. Now, there are still quite a few issues. I mean, the whole setup sucks. No, seriously, there are a few things here and there that I personally would change up. But for the most part, at first glance, I gotta say, it's an amazing setup and super cool. Your first thoughts, Tom, what are they?
God, you put me on a spot. I love the stuff on the wall. I think I was saying that, when I was doing the Setup Spotlight, thinking to myself, I love the stuff on the wall. I wish the posters were framed. That's one thing, we always say to do. If you frame the posters, they look better. But I love the little shelf with the Pokemon balls on it and the comics and all that. Super cool. And I love the unique periodic table things for Thor and Einstein. That's super cool. I love the stuff on the wall. I think that jumps out at me at first.
Yeah. Now, one question I wanted to ask, and I don't know if you would agree, maybe someone in the chat would at least agree with, so I don't feel like a loser. I feel like it could be better arranged. I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit random having that small shelf with the magazines and stuff so low on the bottom right side there, and then having another random shelf over there on the top left. My big thing, especially in a situation like this, not just a triple monitor setup, but where you have the center display and then two smaller matching outside displays. I feel like symmetry is extremely important here because it just, you look at the setup itself, you're like, ooh, this is nice, organized. The symmetrical speakers, which, by the way, that's one thing. One of the things I'm going to critique. I don't like how far away they are, but I guess they kind of look like shit anyway, so it doesn't matter. But the lamps, you have that, and then you have the symmetry with the monitors and all that stuff. But then you look up and you have a random shelf over there, which there's the matching shelf, but it's in a complete opposite position. The centerpiece of the skyline, I guess it looks a little off to the right, but basically dead centered. Then I would put, matching posters on each side, or, I would just come up with a way to make it look a little more symmetrical. But that's a personal preference. If he likes this random sort of like put this wherever kind of look, then that's fine for him. But I just feel like you really got to capitalize on what you're already doing with the setup and follow through with that, but you don't have to. That's fine. Whatever, man.
Yeah, who am I saying?
Yeah, well, but yeah, I agree with the whole, frame the posters. You see in the first photo, the Rogue One poster is very wrinkled.
Yeah, I feel like he put that up like last because it did come out like probably the latest or whatever. So he's like, he got the poster and he just threw it up there.
Yeah, but that's not an excuse.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah, there's like $10 frames and
yeah, but for the wall arrangement, it's like I feel like he just put everything as it went, and he's like, oh, Rogue One poster, I'll put that on the wall too. So.
Yeah, that's not an excuse, So we're gonna tell him to never do that again. But under the desk, the headphones, all the little things mounted, the way the cables are pinned up and whatnot. Really great job. And it is sad because it's an amazing PC that, we wish we could see it on the desk, but of course it's not going to work no matter what, unless you really want it to be unusable and kind of poo-poo. So I think it works well where it is. It is a really nice setup. I like it. And I do think out of everything, as much as I like all your personality, as much as I like how clean the top is, I think the bottom is the best part. I feel like the desktop itself may be lacking there's too much open air, and that's why I would get cooler speakers that kind of fill up a little bit more space and stupid shit like that, Anyways, next set of the day, this is where we go. downhill. Devin, he's 15, new setup for gaming and software development. Okay. He also told me to roast the hell out of it, even though, here's the craziest part, he thinks it's pretty good. Or in his words, pretty dope. Yeah, I didn't make that up. He also wants to know, hey man, how do I cable manage my setup? Well, your setup's not any different. It's just like every other setup. You know, use the backside of the drawers. Keep all your cables over there. I don't know. Don't put your cables under the bed because that's where the monsters are and they'll take them and eat them up. But it's simple. Pin it to the bottom of the desk. Run it down the legs. Run it down the drawer. It's common sense, you know? But, and I don't want to be a dick, but he told me to roast. So Devin, here's the thing. When I look at the first photo, I think, this guy has no idea what the hell he's doing. But then when I read that you do software development and I looked at the next photo, I thought, this guy literally has no idea what he's doing. My God, I just, there's no way you sit there and, first off, game. Second off, develop software at a setup like that. That is like the most uncomfortable position ever. And to make it even worse, you have the vent right below. Your foot is probably on the vent, you know, and the cables. I feel like it's such a small desk. It's not really working. All the stuff that you have, the accessories, there's no real theme. There's just so many different problems. But another huge problem, and we'll see this again in the first one, the first photo is the I guess that's like the closet with the curtains over it kind of situation. Is that really the best place to sit? Are you really that worried of your parents, you know, walking in, seeing you watch porn, you have to flip the desk that way? Is there another spot in the room where you can put it? Because, you know, I look to the left and I see your office chair a little bit, but I wonder what's over there. You know, I feel like you could definitely come up with a better spot for this. You definitely get a better desk. You know, the desk is fine, but I just think, given how tight and cramped the spot is, you're not really doing the best you can with it. There's no theme. You know, there's just a lot of different problems. So that's how I feel, you know? But what do you think, Tom?
I like that he knew that he didn't have room for the PC, so he put it off to the side, you know, on the little desk. But yeah, like you said, I can kind of see from this photo that like there's the dresser over there, so it looks like the room ends right in that corner.
Might be like the smallest room.
Yeah, so like it's kind of tough for him, but yeah, moving the desk would be great. I was thinking it up against the window, but I don't know how like great that would look. But it'd probably be better than what you're having
if it's wide
right
enough.
now. Yeah, I just don't know if he could fit the nightstand or whatever next to it. It's like it's not a great space to work with, and your bed's huge. So maybe downsize on your bed, and just focus on your setup. Who cares about beds,
bro? If you had no bed, you could do a great job.
Yeah,
get rid of the bed. No, seriously though, this next setup is going to make your brain hurt even more. Submitted by Colin. He's 13. He enjoys building and collecting computers. He says the setup isn't the best because I don't have a lot of space. Dude, this is the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard. The previous guy was quite literally in between his bed and his closet. You seem to have like a whole corner of a room. And the worst part is you're using an L desk as a corner desk. I swear to God, the amount of times I see this and people are like, no, Matt, seriously, Matt, it's the most comfortable thing I'll ever use. Like, you're telling me you sit there and you're like, this is the dream. I love this setup. No, your arms, your wrists, at least your wrists are supposed to be able to rest on something when typing. Your wrists are off the desk. You're like, I'm going to submit my setup to pick my setup. Like, honestly, man, no mouse pad. You know, you got earbuds. You got one of those little things with the laser or whatever the hell.
You put your finger on it.
Yeah. And then to make it even worse, you got an Epson printer the size of Africa to your left, which is obviously not helping your whole comfort situation. And then your PC is also just equal to the size of Africa right there. So what you're doing isn't really making any sense. And then it seems like you're in a coral reef with the shit behind you. I don't know what that is, but my God. The speakers are also like hiding behind the monitor. Like, God, I fucking hate this shit.
It's like you think you should move his setup, right? Like that's what the speaker is saying.
Yeah, you don't think he understands he's missing half the sound, does he? And then of course you look underneath, and there's no cable management, even though he's got panels to put the damn power strip, put it on and hide the cables, and it would just, my God, Colin, The fuck, man? Like, I honestly have no more words for you. There's no theme. Usability is awful. Your rib cage is slowly being destroyed. Your wrist, you're gonna be walking around. You're not gonna be able to use your wrist. You're like, yeah. He's gonna like. His arms are just going to be like, his wrists are just going to be completely irrelevant.
Let me guess. He's a software developer or graphic artist.
Well, no, he's a computer builder.
Wow.
This is the guy, and he's like, he has trouble he drops the screw when he's putting the motherboard in. He's like, I can't get it. My damn wrist won't work. Yeah, he's a T-Rex. Man, I don't have any words for that. Let's go on over to the next set of the day, submitted by Kevin. Kevin here is 15. You set it for gaming. He loves baseball. Did you know that, T?
I can tell.
He loves baseball.
He's got Yankees jersey and Cubs.
Which, I mean, why not? You know, you do what you got to do. But man, oh man, oh man. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. First off, I want to give you a little question, T-Fizzle. How does he open up the closet all the way?
He doesn't. He puts his hand through that.
Oh, he's like, no, and then he knocks on the door 5 times. He's like, give me my favorite T-shirt. Yeah. And all of a sudden it just pops out of this freaking thing.
Or this random guy that lives in there, he just gives it to him.
He's like, sure, dude, sure. And then he also gives like peanut butter. It's like a prison cell kind of situation. My God, you know, I just feel like...
I don't think it's like that. It's like, it's just like creeping over. It's not like end of the world kind of thing.
I'm talking more about like my oh my God was at the setup.
Yeah.
It's funny, by the way, I want to quickly say, just for future reference, there's a guy in the chat right now, Scotty Man P, and he's laughing, right? He's enjoying this. He's on this episode and he's got a setup worse than this. So Scotty, man, just wait. Anyways, look at this setup. Just a few simple things that would have made this so much better. Why do you have a desk like this if you're not going to use the other side? You know what I mean? Completely pointless. Why not put the console over there? Why not put the controller over there? Why not put some accessories over there? Really make that your go-to like equipment situation, you know? Put your snowball over there when you're not using it and so on and so forth. That would make a lot more sense. Also, the monitors just look so goddamn low. You got to get some sort of riser, I feel like, unless you are quite literally missing a neck or, which people tell me all the time, but it's right there, guys. But, you know, I just feel like put that up a little bit, kind of enjoy it. Also, why are you using a napkin for your mouse pad? It's not actually a napkin, but it looks like a napkin. And yeah, I just feel like the full usability isn't completely there. Theme's a little bit, okay, you got 3 jerseys and a poster, whatever. And then cable management, I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at here. Your computer's like in jail. There's no lights on it, straight on carpet. The cables are like Indiana Jones vines swooping all over the place. Not a lot to say about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he vacuumed, you know.
He did.
Nice.
He's like,
I respect that.
My setup's shit, but let me just...
Yeah, basically what I have to do is just, you know, add some life to the desk itself. You know, the desk is probably not the best for, you know, what your room entails, because you have a bed right next to it. I mean,
and a closet.
And a closet and just everything next to it. Yeah, it's kind of tough. Maybe are you using both monitors for your PC? If not, maybe have the one gaming one off to the side, like Matt said. You know, have that gaming side and then a computer side. That's what I would do. Yeah,
plus, don't you agree when the monitors are off in the photo, it automatically makes the setup look worse?
At first, it kind of blends in if you don't really like look. You're like, oh, he has 2 monitors. Okay, I didn't really notice because they're off. I can't see them.
It's so annoying. Please. Dress to impress.
Yeah, anyways, usually people love to show off their Phase monitor wallpapers and all that. So why don't you do
bro? Whoa, that's probably a gang symbol. Yeah. Anyways, next setup submitted by Sean. Thank God, some shining light. I could see it. Sean here, 16. You said it mainly for gaming, and he's a huge fan of Star Trek. No, I'm kidding. Star Wars. Finally, just a breath of fresh air here. Really nice setup. Only a few things that I would kind of like. And if you did that, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.com.
Not again.
Oh, not again. Watch how you speak on my name. Anyways, here's kind of where it goes, right? You look at the main part of the setup. Ooh, he's got an ultra. Ooh, look at those RGB peripherals. Ooh, baby. Like, yeah, that's nice, man. That's real good. But the PC shouldn't be so close. Plus the PC, man, come on. Looking at this setup, and your style and obviously your budget, I just feel like you gotta have a nice ass case that's glowing. You know, it's got some lightsabers sticking out of it. No, I'm just kidding. But I feel like the PC definitely gotta go in the corner over there. It's gonna make a lot more sense. It's gonna look a little bit better. The cable management's gonna be a lot easier because we kind of see it spewing out over there, and it's not really my favorite thing to look at. So put it in the corner, make it look nice and pretty. Bring the cables down all in one Velcro tie, and that will look nice. And then when you do that, you're gonna be like, oh damn, my desk is actually pretty empty. Yeah, because you're missing accessories, you're missing, you know, speakers and a lot of other things, just completely empty, nothing going on there. You know, the headphones, oh, that's so cool, but I would probably put the headphones on the left side, make room for the speakers, and you know, I guess it's just like a cheap no-name brand VR thing. We say this all the time, but they actually sell bus, like there's a not a bus, a bust of Deadpool and all the different guys, and you can just put, it's like a piggy bank almost, and you could put the VR goggles on them and it will look really cool. But for you can get Darth Vader, you can get a character, put them on, it will look nice, it will add to the theme, and it will be like, oh, 10 out of 10. Plus, I get it, you like Star Wars, the shelf is cool, the poster's cool, but then you just gave up on the other wall. Complete missed opportunity over there. Whether you want to do 2 lightsabers crossing for an X, or you want to just get more posters or more shelves or something, it would look so much nicer. Would you agree?
Yeah, someone was saying these bottles on the top shelf are shampoo bottles.
Hey man, well, it does. Yeah, they're collectibles. Star Wars people collect some weird shit, man.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that shelf is being underutilized too. So you got one shelf that's completely covered with a bunch of Star Wars stuff, but not like organized great. Like that corner, it looks sloppy, messy, kind of. I feel like it could have utilized the shelves a little bit better, maybe mix match kind of thing. You know, I don't know. It just seems like those shelves are not being utilized to its full potential.
Yeah.
But yeah, stuff on the other wall would be great too. You know, you have everything on the left wall, but nothing on the right wall. And yeah, add some more stuff on your desk, like Matt said. So.
Yeah, under the desk, I want to talk about that. Super clean, super nice. And the little shelf there was for his Xbox, but he got rid of it. So he's going to get rid of that. He's going to unscrew it, spackle, and paint it up, whatever. So, yeah. Hey, Scotty Man P, where you at? It's time, buddy. It's time. So, Scott, he's 14. You set up for YouTube and random stuff. And again, Scotty Man P, that's his name. Check him out on YouTube. Leave him a comment telling him he has no idea what he's doing. First off, looking at the undershot, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. It's actually really, really nice. And 10 out of 10 with that. But
are you sure?
I was wait. Zoom out. Okay. I was gonna say, you know, at first my only thought was that the headphone cable was the only visible cable, and I was like, oh, that's not bad, because in the first photo when you look at it, that's really all you're seeing, right? You see like the one cable in the back, the one cable on the right, but that's just part of it. And then when you actually zoom in into this dark dungeon area, what the fuck is that? Why would you just give up? You know what I mean? Why would you go this far into having clean cable management? I mean, the little circles and the little cable ties and stuff on the right side, and then all of a sudden, that. I don't get what you were. I don't know. But man, that's not even the problem. That's not even the problem. The actual setup itself is just so confusing. First off, he's got a sock on his Blue Yeti, which I'm pretty sure that's a sock. I get it. Yeah, it's like the good old pop filter trick, but then I haven't actually buy one. Hopefully it's a clean sock. But when I actually look at this, I just think this guy, he's 14. He's got his parents' money, so he's like just kind of throwing shit on the desk. He's like, hey, I got 7 phones, I got an LED remote, I got a laptop I don't use, I got a PC, I got controllers, I got bitches, you know.
Got a girl sitting on the side.
Yeah, and I look at the monitor arrangement. That's my first thing. The monitor arrangement makes no sense. I don't know why you would split them up. They're supposed to be touching. The one, it's got a chin, a double chin, you know, just like your mom. And, you know, let's try and make a bezels fatter than your mom joke. But, you know, really, the PC should be on the floor, because we see the cable spewing out of that. It would just be a lot easier to have it on the floor. You should have a laptop stand, a controller stand, or a place to put the controller. Drawers would be nice. Put away the LED remotes, the extra phones. Keep it dead center. One monitor. Take the other one. Touch it to the side at a nice angle. Get yourself, you know, a nice arrangement. Don't have 17 mice. He has literally 2 mice. sitting next to each other. That doesn't make sense. I don't know what that is on the far right side. If it's like a DVR or entertainment center or something like that. That's got to go. There's no theme. It's just kind of a mess. You know, it doesn't really make sense. So again, PC on the floor, fix the arrangement, put stuff away, get some storage, you know, pretty it up, make it a little bit nicer, and add a theme. It just, yeah. Oh, that's also an extra piece. So you have 2 PCs. Oh my God. He has 2 PCs and a laptop. So that's why you have 2 mice. Give up. Stop. That's not worth it.
Yeah, potential.
Don't tell me that PC to the right side is actually useful for anything. It's like the size of my left nut. It probably has, you know, like a freaking Pentium processor or some bullshit.
I hate that stuff.
It's right. Come on, man. It's such an easy fix. Like, you don't need 17 different devices. You know what I mean? You're like, this one is for when I'm on Facebook, but this one's for Twitter. So it's just like really confusing. I just feel like it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I just love reading the chat. Yeah, your room is also super like weird. Is that? I feel like I'm in a hotel. You know, like it's got that weird vibe. Plus, he said that light's only there for when he's doing what's called the photo, taking the photo with them.
Okay.
I was gonna say it's kind of weird having that there, but don't you think it's just a weird setup?
It is a weird setup, but it does have potential. You know, he has the stuff to have a great setup.
I hate when Tom's so nice to these people.
I'm just saying, you got to give people hope sometimes, but do what Matt said. Pretty simple, straightforward, and you know what? Your setup will look a lot better. You'll get a better score next time around.
Yeah, Scotty Man P. It's all good. You only waited like 8 months to get roasted.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go to the next set of the day. Submitted by Izabele 15. Looking for some suggestions. So, take a look at this. We'll start with that photo. Obviously, we see some wear and tear on that chair. But
it's like sands on the chair.
Yeah, you sit on it, it's like ripping your skin apart. You're like, I love this chair so much. It's so comfy. But yeah, I mean, cable management, sure, it's good. It's, you know, you got the cable ties and the cable mounts, and cables are going behind the leg and stuff, so that's good. You know, works for me. Now, as far as the main photo, it's it's cool. I think one problem I see is the left monitor is overlapping the main one. You know, the fake plant's kind of two plants kind of taking up some space. I feel like you just better arrange it, dead center the monitor, put the other one to the left at a nice angle, keep the laptop right there, and it'll be pretty simple and easy to use. So, I mean, I like it. We can't really see too much of what's going on above. So, like, theme isn't really 10 out of 10. Obviously, you have cool wallpapers, but we need to see that go onto the wall, go in through the setup, and pop vinyls and this, that, and whatever. I think that would be ideal. Now, we could see in the third photo, like, the opposite side. So, it is, like, at a far back corner, which is fine. But, yeah, I mean, you fill up those shelves, you put a little bit more. It'll be really, really nice. So, I like it. I think it's cool, but I do think it's like very simple, very basic. It's not like going to get 100 kind of setup. It's just like, okay, this is nice. So for me, I definitely, what everyone's saying, the curtain's ruining it. Where's the curtain? Am I not seeing a curtain?
I don't know.
Do you see it?
I don't see no curtain.
What do you guys mean, the curtain? The left monitor's on a book.
That chair? Maybe talking about the previous setup.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. But yeah, I mean, it is a really nice setup. Like I said, the corner bottom of the desk. Corner bottom of the... That's a trash bag. The fuck? That's a trash bag. Under the plant. Yeah, you're really, you're... Oh, previous photo. So the first photo, I'm only seeing a trash bag.
Yeah, it's only a trash.
If you guys think that's a...
You talking about Scotty's setup?
Yeah, we're talking about a complete different setup, if that's the case.
It's like a whole different room. It's like, I don't know.
If you guys think a trash bag... Oh, they're talking... I think they're talking about the other... They gotta be talking about the other setup. There's no way. Next to the trash bag. Bro, I don't see what you're talking about.
That's not a... I think they're talking about the...
That's like a radiator.
Molding. They're talking about the molding on the door.
Yeah. That's either a radiator or...
That's a door frame.
Yeah. No, it's not a curtain. What the that's like a perfectly folded curtain if it is.
Yeah, it's perfectly like... it's not moving at all.
You guys are stupid. Jesus Christ. Man, you just wasted so much time on this episode. You guys are absolutely stupid.
And they're like, you're blind, dude.
Yeah, you're so dumb, dude. It's a curtain. You don't see the curtain, dog? Oh, you mean the door? Okay. All right, let's go to the next and final set of the day, submitted by Aiden. He's 12 and has a better setup than Scotty. You set up for me.
Yeah, just every episode's like, this one's better than Scotty's setup.
He's having a good time in the chat, enjoying the burns. But you set up mainly for gaming, and man, that is a nice setup for a 12-year-old. I mean, seriously. I mean, the cable management, like Tom was just showing, I didn't realize. All that main, blah, bleh, right there in the middle, is pretty much good. It could be tightened down some spots, could be a little fixed, but the main issue is coming out of the PC. You just take that, you go, and just make it all one. And same with the coming out of the outlet, you could all into one, push it out, bam, bada bing, bada boom. Subwoofer cable, fix that. Yep. And it'll work fine. You know what I'm saying, T?
I could definitely see that. It looks like it's poking out on the side of the desk, so maybe put it more underneath the desk.
Yeah.
Move the trash can over.
Jesus, Aiden. Come on, man.
You want to trip over it? You're blocking your vent, too. We can see it.
Yeah. What the hell, man? Now, the next thing I would say is, like, very simple stuff. The speakers could obviously go up a little bit if you had, I would just say, honestly, isolation pads are going to make it look a little bit nicer. Plus,
you have the money, so.
Yeah, headphone mount. I think a mount would work best here, right? Put it under the desk.
Yeah.
Don't want to take up any more real
there's
estate.
Enough stuff on the desk.
What do you think about the Xbox being where it is?
I honestly, you always have a gripe with it, but I think it's perfectly fine. It's easily accessible. It's not in the way.
I was going to say it's fun.
No, you usually when it's underneath a monitor, or you're like,
when the monitor's on top of it.
Yeah,
that's on a.
Or if it's underneath a riser, there's like a little like IKEA piece that goes and you slide it underneath it.
Yeah, that's
usually you say stuff about that.
I think this is better though because people put the actual stand on the Xbox itself. So. Yeah, that's nice. Again, don't you agree? Monitors on would have made this 20 times better.
Yeah, and you can see his legs. It's one of these things where...
Oh, jeez. You always find the weirdest things.
I'm just saying, if he didn't have, if he had his monitors on, we wouldn't even see his legs and him next to a bag.
That is true. I agree with that.
It looks like his camera bag, too. So.
Yeah. What do you think about the posters being where they're at? Do you think they're too close? Do you think that they're
I think it's a cool little addition. He's got the vertical monitors, so it kind of adds a nice little feel because they're all conjoined together. It doesn't really work, but I kind of like it.
And what do you think about just utilization of what?
Just ask me tons of questions, I see.
Yeah, the utilization of the rest of the wall, like above. Is theme really there?
I mean, he's got 2 pop vinyls. It's just it's not there, but I feel like, it's being different. You could add something above the wall, but I wouldn't want to overcrowd it. I feel like having the 2 next to the monitor is perfectly fine. He has the right side with a huge map,
which I think
is pretty
cool.
Dope. But, it's not a lot to theme. Not a lot.
Yeah, so I think it's definitely cool. Maybe a little bit less on, it's lacking a little bit in theme, but not too much. I think you're not far off. It is a nice setup. I think the PC is just off. Maybe that's the whole situation there. Yeah. But some LEDs in there would also add a pop of color if you're going to put that blue strip behind the desk anyway. So that would be nice. Maybe, no, it's fine. It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
it's
12
nice.
Years old, dude.
12-year-old.
Killing the game.
For a 12-year-old, it's great. Let's do the part of the show where we mad people really, really sad. Score time. Jerome with a 94, Devin with a 60, Colin with a 54, Kevin with a 62, Sean with an 88, Scott with a 56, Izabele with a 74, and Aiden with an 80. Hey!
Aiden 80.
Aiden with an 80. Baby. Okay, anyways, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup, episode number 247. We're live on July 19, 2017. My name is Matt Philly. Follow me on Twitter, I'm Matt Philly, and that's Thomas Philly. Check him out on Twitter, Thomas Philly. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on Friday, the bonus stream, only for Twitch subscribers and Patreon supporters. Okay?
Support us today.
Bitch.